Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Brothers and sisters, please listen carefully regarding paying zakah on shares. Yeah, because it is very unfortunate that this topic is misunderstood easily. Okay, now shares. We can look at shares from two perspectives. Shares that you intend them in order to receive the dividend. Yeah, okay. The dividend is likely to be given on a yearly basis, or sometimes it can be given on a monthly basis or every quarter, something like this. So this is one type. The other type of shares, those shares that we are not interested in their dividends, we are interested in selling them when the prices of the shares go up. Yeah, so themselves are considered to be commercial commodities. Now, the first type of the shares, they are not necessarily commercial commodities. However, the second type is considered to be commercial commodities. Now, let us talk about the second type. Commercial commodities, as you know, that it is almost the consensus of all scholars based on the hadith. The companion said that the Prophet ﷺ commanded us to give zakah mimma na'idduhu lil-bay', to give zakah on what we dedicate for trading. Yeah, and that was the practice of the Sahaba. So therefore, if it is if you have commercial commodities, you are buying and selling on those items, then listen, brothers, how you calculate your zakat. Imagine you invested in the beginning, let us say 3,000 pounds. So those 3,000 pounds, you bought commodities and you want to sell those commodities. Yeah, so now the 3,000 pounds has been transformed into commodities, yet zakah is due on those commodities, because those commodities are saleable trading commodities, and they are nothing but another form of the liquidity, of the liquid money. So if imagine you give your zakah in Ramadan, 3 months down the Ramadan, you took 3,000 pounds from your zakatable pot, and those 3,000 pounds, you put them into business whereby you buy and sell commodities. Okay? Now, in Ramadan, the coming Ramadan, you need to check how much cash you have and how much saleable commodities you have as well, the value of those saleable commodities. Okay? And you add the value of those saleable commodities to the actual cash you have, including any profit that you kept out of this business. So you add all together and you give 2.5% on that. Okay, so if you are investing in a company and you are not interested in the dividends, you are interested in selling those shares when the price go up for those shares, then those shares should be treated as commercial commodities like mobile phones, computers, sofas, furniture, okay, all these commodities. So you should treat those stocks and shares like this, and you add the value of them to your zakatable cash, okay, to your cash. Now, those commodities, how to evaluate their price at the time your zakah is due, it check if you were to sell those stocks and shares, how much you are going to get. Okay, so the price of those shares or stocks, if it was to be, if they were to be sold now, is this much, and therefore add this amount to your cash and to your gold, yeah, mainly to the cash, to the value of the gold. And if you have other saleable commodities, the third one, okay, and this fourth one is the saleable stocks and shares, and give 2.5% on that. Now, this is the second type that we have discussed. The first type that we have discussed is what? Is you are investing in companies and you are interested in the dividend. Okay, so in this case, we need to look at the company you are investing in. If this company is a service company, so your 3,000 pounds went into the assets, and it is not a sale, it did not go into saleable commodities, commercial saleable commodities, then there is no zakah on the 3,000 pounds because it went into assets. And the Prophet ﷺ said there is no zakah in the ليس على المسلم في عبده ولا فرسه zakah. There is no zakah due on your horse or in your slave, because those are what you own. Yeah, okay, so they are not commercial commodities at that time. So in that case, what do you do? In that case, you take the dividend, add it to your pot of zakah, zakatable cash, add it to it, and when the zakah is due, for example, if we say that the zakah is due on 5th of Ramadan, then in 5th of Ramadan, calculate all the cash that you had, whether irrespective of its source. Yeah, because some of it, the source of it is this dividend, and then give zakah on that, give 2.5% on that. Now, there is another case. If you put your money into this business, and this business is not services, so the 3,000 pounds, you put them into with a brother, for example, who is trading on Amazon, and he is buying and selling. So the 3,000 pounds actually, they were transformed into commercial commodities. So you should treat them as the very first case that we have mentioned, because the 3,000 pounds now is considered to be commercial commodities, saleable commercial commodities. It is considered to be another form of the cash, equal to the cash, so zakah is due on that. Now, if you say that I put my money into this business, and this business used part of my money for commercial commodities, saleable commercial commodities, and another part of my money, it was used for fixed assets, okay, and a third part of my money was kept as a reserve, then you give your zakah on the commercial commodities, and the reserved money, if the company doesn't give zakah, yeah, which is likely the case, so you give zakah on both the portion that was used as for commercial commodities, to buy and sell in them for trading, and the reserve money, which is cash, but not on the portion of money that was used to buy fixed assets or for services. Okay, I hope that it is clear. Now, some people might say, why are you mentioning all these details? 3,000 pounds, let us give zakah on all of the money of the 3,000 pounds. That is better. But imagine, yeah, a person might say, well, my business is 30 million pounds. Yeah, I need to know which amount I must give zakah on and which amount I'm not obliged to give zakah on. Then they need to go back to this these details that I have mentioned. I hope that you follow those details, and I hope that it is recorded, by the way, so maybe people can refer to this explanation.